people they've caught in the last few days over there in Sector 3 or Monument 3 have been on the terror watch list. Individuals that they have on the watch list for terrorism are now starting to exploit the southern border. We need to wake up. We need to understand, listen, Mr. President Biden, you're an okay guy. Why don't you just admit you made a mistake with this policy and go back to the way it was? The door should not be open, and we should have immigration the right way.
That he said that. He's a Republican. I like that he said you seem like a okay guy, a good guy.
Just take the L, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Right,
Just
and how about this?
here.
Didn't he tell us last week, when I make a mistake, I will tell you I made a mistake? Well, this is your opportunity, Mr. President. The Remain in Mexico policy needs to remain. I don't think they want to buy into it anymore because it's a little ticked off. And number two is the Proposition 42 has to get back enacted. Let's bring in Dan Bongino, Fox News contributor. So, Dan, what are the odds the president's going to say I made a mistake?
Zero. Like that Robert Downey Jr. movie, Less Than Zero. That was a movie, right? If I remember, for all us 80s kids out there. It's not going to happen. Of course it isn't going to happen, because that would require guts. And I'm sorry, but Biden doesn't have guts. He doesn't have the guts to stand up to the insane now radical left. He doesn't have the guts to do it. I mean, listen, guys, the country's falling apart right now, okay? I'm really sorry, but we're in the middle of a catastrophic debt crisis. We've opened our southern border right now. We have an economy that's still struggling to get out of the doldrums from this pandemic. We have Biden, right as we are trying to get out of this collapse. I know this is immigration, but if you'll just allow me for a second. Right as we're getting out of it, they have this genius idea, these dunces in Washington, D.C. Get a load of this one. We're going to give you guys stimulus checks for $1,400 and then simultaneously tax it all away and take it all back. These are how did we get 535 of the dumbest people in America to all get elected to office in D.C. at the Washington D.C. at the same time? How did we do? Who is the genius who's sitting in a boardroom in Washington, D.C. somewhere, or up on Capitol Hill saying, and I've got a better idea. As we're giving people money to tax it back, let's just open the southern border in the middle of a pandemic, because this is a spectacular idea for American prosperity. There is nothing better than this. And then does anyone in that room, anyone say, folks, I have a question, I'm going to raise my hand. Not only are we in the middle of a pandemic, but, we have this whole national security thing we've been talking about, where we should probably vet people coming into the country. And everybody's like, look at this idiot. National security, pandemic, borders. Who needs any of that crap? I mean, we're watching the collapse of the greatest country in the history of humankind. And again, 535 of the dumbest people humanity has ever offered up are all sitting in D.C. right now, lording over the entire process like it's like The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. How did we elect such morons? Is this hard? We have a border. Is there a country in the history of humankind that didn't have a border? You know what you have if you don't have a border? You have a landmass. You have a suggestion. You don't have a country. Just close the border and say, hey, you want to come in? There's the door. There's this thing called a process. Sorry, guys, but my wife did it. It's not hard. You go in, you say, my wife said,
how does she
feel? I got one more,
okay,
because my wife did. It's not hard. My wife and I are very smart, but we didn't invent the theory of relativity like Einstein. My wife went into the immigration place and said, I'm a Colombian citizen. I married this American guy. He's not as smart as me, but I'd like to be a citizen. And they go, okay, here's the process. And guys, here's what's even crazier. It worked. My wife's an American citizen, raised her hand. There's a process.
What does she say?
It's not hard.
I am curious.
It's not hard.
What does she say when she sees the images? Because, of course, my heart breaks. All of our hearts break when we see these babies coming across and moms that are willing to travel for 22 days. Kevin McCarthy said he talked to someone. They traveled for 22 days to get to the border. Of course, we're human beings. Our hearts break for them. But I'm curious to find out what does your wife say about that? Because they're not doing it the right way.
My wife and my mother-in-law is actually a more interesting case. I mean, listen, I love my wife to death, but she works on my show, so she pretty much, like, whatever I say, she goes along with on the shows. Yeah. But she obviously has strong opinions, too, on this. But my mother-in-law is like, I don't get this. Like, why did I always think of this story, right? My mother-in-law comes here from Colombia, doesn't speak a word of English. I don't even know if she had $10 in her wallet. She's now worth a pretty good chunk of change because she did this crazy thing called like working and invested her money. She scored on a few real estate deals, nothing huge, you know, not like Trump-like real estate deals, but she does okay for herself. And I always remember this story that they came here and they slept in a one-bedroom apartment in Jackson Heights, and they slept kind of heads tails. You know heads tails? When you only have one mattress and you have 3 kids, so you got to sleep foot to head because there's no other room, and it's a little more convenient to pack them in like sardines.
She's a hard-working woman, and you know I adore your wife, Dan.
I know, but she says because they slept heads tails on the mattress, Lawrence. She says, I heard my daughter, talking about my wife now, she says, I used to hear my daughter's stomach grumbling at night because I couldn't afford any food.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, you think about that. Think about that when she went through the right way and did it. And now you want to understand why my mother-in-law is so pissed off that everyone else who's like, screw it. The right way, we're just going to walk in and do whatever we want. You understand why legal immigrants to this country, you want to know why Donald Trump did so well amongst Venezuelans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, and other Hispanic immigrants that came to this country, not just Cuban Americans in Southern Florida? Maybe it's because you treat them like idiots, Democrats. Maybe because the people who came here, Hispanic immigrants and others who are hardworking, are like, hey, I did it the right way. This is a country of rules and process and order. And if you're not willing to do that first, then you're not willing to be an American, because America's about law and order and process. And your first step was to ignore that. And now you understand why they're a little pissed off? That's why.
Yeah, and those immigrants also don't like the direction of the country. They don't like that this social justice warrior nonsense. They don't like that we're becoming more like the countries that they fled from. They're upset, and this is why the president made some gains, as you correctly said, Dan. Thanks so much for joining us today.
You got it. No problem.